Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Voters, yes, you are with Michael Crosby, gubernatorial candidate, California. Now, what we're talking about now here is crucially important. The litigation situation and the prosecutorial situation concerning the regime of California has a change. We are now into a disclosure pattern. We are releasing the existence of certain key ownership respective to domain names. Now, these domain names add a different understanding into the case situation overall concerning the article violations that have occurred, that were committed by the regime of California. Now, in updating this currently, the damage reached the normal calculation as to the way we were calendaring, the normal way you would calculate it. I would say that was only a partial calculation to begin with, because we have a major amount of damage that has occurred to the archive. Now, that calculator that we did so far hit $6 billion in damage as of the 1st of May. Now, basically, when we're bringing into play the understanding here of the domain names, this area was not computed previously because of the situations, the way they were progressing. Now we're releasing part of the information, partial lists of the enormous amount of domain name ownership. These also deal with copyright and patent territories, which we have not been bringing into the equations on the damage to the archive. Now, at this point in time, what we're releasing goes into hundreds of billions of dollars worth of premium domain site values, just as a domain site value. We also have certain specialized understanding for faster than light communications patents and different types of specialized NFTs, cryptocurrencies, cryptocurrencies, which were scheduled to be part of the process respective to the programming that was being built for different types of mass economic modeling and gaming. It would go from gaming all the way into the governmental areas, the heavy finance, the economic criminology areas. So as we're dealing with unfolding and revealing this point, there's a new equation. The new equation, and again, it's not complete. We're dealing with damages basically that now exceed more than $10 billion. That's how much damage we are currently equating. And this is, again, not an absolute quantitative, complete equating of the damage done by the California regime. Again, I'm a candidate. I'm an ongoing candidate. There are many other rodeos, election cycles that we're researching that concerns the situation of what these parties have been doing regarding election rigging. They're violating national security at extreme levels. They've obviously violated the articles of the Constitution respective to attack upon a candidate. This is now an understanding. You have to understand, too, that cyber attacks of any nature, algorithmic isolation, these type of attacks are considered treason. They are espionage, and they are attacking national security. So as we deal with these various parties and their activities, again, the damage now exceeds more than $10 billion that the regime of California has done. The Constitution and articles are clear. The regime respective to Gavin Newsom They are disqualified in their last election bid cycle. It's actually multiple cycles. They are disqualified from ever holding office, the entire ticket, from ever holding office or running for office or even voting ever again, because they have committed espionage attacks respective to the process of elections. And it's crucial for people to understand this. Voters, you must understand what is going on here. We have very serious problems at this point in time. There are numerous judges that are basically going to have their careers ruined. The judge that was touching this case, for instance, is basically toast at this point. His career is over with. He had a chance to protect national security and he screwed up. He did more than screw up. He aided and abetted and gave comfort to parties that were committing espionage. Again, this is a very complex, very complicated understanding of these cases. It deals with finances at a very deep level. The scheduled crypto situation is still on hold. This was going to be activated not just in relationship to the gaming. It was going to be activated also in respect to economic, basically simulations and various other items. We're talking about enormous amounts of money, mind-boggling amounts of money. We have to have particular security that as we construct the blockchains, that nobody can come in and interfere, that nobody can come in and try to doppelgang or, basically hack their way in utilizing certain name resources. So respective to the game and the mass economic modeling, these also are financial gateways that are engineered into the system. So they all have to be individually searched out, and claims had to be laid respective to each of the facets, respective to this mass blockchain design. And the state of California also now has additional charges for interfering and violating banking laws. These are also violations of banking laws respective to the process of election and a candidate, again, that are separate than the previously mentioned and public items that have been discussed. So once again, these are additional items. The damage now exceeds $10 billion done by the California regime. All parties who were appointed or who were hired in relationship to Gavin Newsom's ticket are disqualified. Their retirements are all going to be seized. Voters, this is the current situation in development as we continue to work forward to get closer to a better solution, to resolve the problems that we have. Voters, I understand that many of you, as you hear this, as you see the evidence, that you're upset. I can only ask that you try to remain patient, that you try to remain calm, because you're going to obviously be running into other voters who don't know about the disclosure. And part of this reason is because of the deliberate blacklisting that's been done by the regime of California, election rigging again. So voters, every voter in California has to be notified in writing, in full, because of the actions of blacklisting that the regime of California has done. This is a mandatory item. This was brought before the attention of the court, but we have a problem with the judge aiding and abetting and giving comfort to parties using attack technology to attack the process of elections and conduct cyber attacks that are identified as acts of treason. I hope this helps update you so that you understand what's going Once again, you're with Michael Crosby. Yes, I am a candidate for governor, ongoing. I was also a candidate for president, and I'm going to be running for president again. So we're working as fast as possible given the resources and the situation that we have. We're lacking on financial resources due to the enormous number of attacks that have been committed by the California regime. There's been a lot of violence, enormous amounts of violence focused at me, the campaign. There's been 2 attempted assassinations by gunfire. So voters, I ask you to be patient. We're trying to deal with this. It is a mass multi-RICO situation. That having been said, voters, you have disclosure on this item here, now, today.